injuries fade.
Welcome to yet another episode of Zno's Guides for Battleborn Heroes, because you were born for this. Today we'll be covering Miko, the combat healer, and he's one of the best supports in the game due to his constant heals and support that he can do. His speed and efficiency at healing people is currently uncontested. Let's go ahead and go over his passives and his skills and things like that. Molecular Mycology, Kunai poison impacts enemies. Your kunais have poison when they impact enemies, dealing 48 damage over 2 seconds. Combat Botany, Miko's primary attack was a barrage of poison-tipped kunai. The talent is A. Miko Lopria. I don't even know how to say that. Miko has evolved to adapt and strive with his natural toughness, speed, and ability to heal others with a healing beam that restores 52 health per second. His first skill is biosynthesis. Miko gains 250 health over 5 seconds. During that time, Miko's healing beam grants 50% more health. That's very important for when you need to burst healing, and that's very important for this build. The build we're covering is definitely a support build. I think it's the best way to play Miko currently. Cloud of Spores throws a spore sack at the enemies that explodes an impact, dealing 134 damage and leaving behind a cloud of spore that slows all enemies that enter it for the next 4 seconds. There's two ways you can go about using that skill, and I'll cover both of them. I like both of them, and on characters that I have trouble hitting them with the spores, I don't want to go the stun spore, but if I have the blanket area for the slow, and we'll go over which ones those are, then it's a very powerful way to lob a stun spore overhead, and it will just completely cover an area in the slow, and nobody will be able to retreat. They will inevitably want to retreat when they realize that Miko is healing their target and they are not making any progress on them. Finally, his ultimate, Fungus Among Us, deploys a mushroom. He takes his hat off and he throws it to the ground, and it grows into a beautiful mushroom that heals people for 214 health that creates an area effect lasting for 45 seconds. Allies gain 75 health per second while in range. If you ever see a mushroom that lasts for 45 seconds, good job. The mushroom has such little health, I find that enemies will target it and take it out very, very quickly. Do not throw it inside someone's ultimate or any kind of AoEs on the ground. It will inevitably get destroyed before it can pump out enough healing for you. The safest places to throw his hat are going to be areas where the enemies cannot see or cannot shoot easily. And there's quite a few places out on the map, especially with stairways and the capture maps, right around corners. Anything that's right around a corner on an incursion map is perfect. You'll be able to throw that hat down and heal people around it, and you can just build a base right then and there for them to. They will see it. They'll know that's where I can get healing. They'll know Miko's with me. On your screen, when you get healed, there's a green reticule that will show up and tell you that you're being healed from this direction. You need to stick to it and keep on it. Now we're going to go over the helix for Miko on my full support build. And the reason I take this build is because I feel like it gives the most benefit towards people. Yet again, I do not have all the mutations unlocked now that the game has been fully released and I'm no longer in the beta. But I remember unlocking 2 of them which were very powerful, and those were the Plentiful Healing and Healer's Oath. But we'll talk about those later. For the first talent choices, I always like to do the left-hand side, which is first responder, while biosynthesis is active, healing an ally with a healing increase in Miko's movement speed for 30%. You'll find that it's kind of hard to stick to some people because they will be sprinting away, and you will not be able to physically sprint to keep up with them, especially if they're deciding to run, like out of combat, and you'll be stuck there trying to heal them. You'll be an ideal target, so you want to boost your own movement speed. It's very good. If you don't have any trouble with that, the 100% slow is perfect as well. It doesn't seem like much, but you can take an area and blanket it with these stun spores by taking the right talents, and it's a very powerful way to prevent retreats or even to slow other people down. Instead of throwing the spores at your feet, you'll be blanketing the area by throwing them up into the air and then running through the blanket area. People who are chasing you in melee will not be able to keep up with you. Moving right along. Regenerative Aura. Bison's healing of tower fangs are extended to nearby allies is my personal favorite. While Heal Thyself kind of makes sense, I'm often able to put myself in a position where they're not attacking me. What I mean by that is that you always want the person you are healing to be between you and the enemy that they are killing. You never want that to be the other way around. There's very few circumstances where you're getting surrounded and you need to start doing some fancy footwork, and that's why you want to take the first talent so that you can do that burst healing and then at the same speed as a sprint strafe around your target, making yourself very difficult to hit. On to the level 3. This one, I never ever take Swift Draw. I feel like it's a trap unless you're trying to do some damage. Unless you're being a DPS Miko, which isn't what he's built for. Yeah, I guess you can, but you just can't survive the same kind of encounters that other people can. So I always go for reduced cooldowns. Something to be said about plentiful healing. I do have it unlocked heal, and it's a very powerful mutation. That 13 health per second doesn't seem like much, but that's every single tick of your health being there, getting an additional 13 health. This is very powerful on tanks, but even more so powerful on DPS that are in trouble and are getting attacked, and you're able to put that beam on them at the right time and give them the health that they need to push on through. For this talent, on a typical day, I pick Spore Shock. This will give you a 2-second stun when you throw your spores, making it a very powerful ability if you're being focused on, or if you just need to stun somebody so that your opponents can kill them. However, if you want to create huge blanketing fields of snares, trail of spores is very, very powerful, especially in the incursion maps. As people turn to run, you can just look up, 45-degree angle, toss that spore out, and it will lay down a very large field of slow that is very hard to get out of when you know you need to retreat. Moving right along. Do no harm, toxic transfusion. A portion of the enemy's health by molecular mycology is turned to Miko as health. This is a pretty powerful talent, I'm not going to lie. I don't think that spreading his poison effects is very powerful if you're trying to be a support Miko. If you're trying to go for DPS Miko, you're reading the wrong guide. We are not covering a DPS Miko because I don't feel like it's a very powerful build. But that Toxic Transfusion, that 50% life steal can help you survive if you can throw out a few Q9 to hit a couple things. It's more powerful on creeps than anything else, but you know, your miles may vary. If I remember right, Sticky Spores is the mutation here, and I don't ever remember using it in the beta. I remember it feeling lackluster. What it does is when you throw a spore out, it would stick to its target or to wherever it was. And it's like a landmine. So as soon as they come into it, it'll explode. Toxic Transfusion is a talent I always take here. That extra 50% lifesteal doesn't make much of a difference, but it is something else to give yourself just a little bit more health, especially if you find yourself in a one-on-one with somebody else and you can just throw a couple Q9 at them before you turn tail and run. I don't suggest that you sit there and try to focus anyone down. But Miko does have quite a bit of damage if you can land those Q9s into their heads, get those critical hits. Pervasive Poison is the mutation, and it's any damage dealt by Miko applies molecular mycology's poison effects. This can be decent, but I don't find it to be very good unless you're going down the DPS route, in which case you'll be able to apply a very large amount of poison every time you encounter anything, because all you have to do is hit them with something, do some kind of damage to them, and it fits very well. I think that Pandemic is a trap. Poison effects that spread to nearby enemies that might be useful if you're laning or in PvE, and that's about it. Moving right along, level 6 talent, or Helix here. Probiotics increases biosynthesis self-healing effects by 15%. I definitely value that one over the Spore Strike, where it increases your impact damage by 50%. I don't think Miko should be going for damage. However, the mutation here, which I have yet to unlock, was Healer's Oath, and I believe it increased the effectiveness of your beam when your biosynthesis was active. Both of these are pretty solid choices here. For Healer's Oath or Probiotics, if you're going to be a solid support, but I find that I need that 50% more healing on myself, more than I need to increase the amount of healing my beam does by an additional 25%. without all these self-healing techniques, I think that Miko is very, very weak, and just a few sniper shots and you're taken out. So you need to be very careful about your own health as well as your friend's health. And in general, when you get into combat and you can heal the other person, they will often be throwing AoEs down and you'll be caught in them and be taking your own damage too. On to number 7, or level 7, fight or flight. Briefly increase your movement speed when taking damage by 30%. Hands down, take that talent. On to level 8. I don't even want to talk about blades here. I think that's fairly obvious. You definitely want the movement speed. Moving on along to number 8. Biosynergy. Using healing beam on allies reduces biosynthesis cooldown up to 30% reduction. Again, your biosynthesis is your only self-heal. In reducing the cooldown by 30% is powerful because you'll be mixing it with another 15% reduction from level 3 evolutionary emergence. That puts it, if it's additive, to a 45% reduction, removing 6 seconds total. If you took the other one, there is something to be said about extending its duration by 5 seconds. I'm really kind of at a toss-up. I think that you should just pick which one that you like best here. I always go for cooldown reduction. As you stack cooldown reduction, you'll notice that that 45% is increased to 50 and 55 and 60% through items. So if it's a 12-second cooldown off the top, now it's down to 6 seconds and it lasted 4 seconds. If you just add 5 seconds to its duration, now it's up to 9 seconds and 12 seconds. Both of them are actually pretty good. You might be able to get enough cooldown reduction to just have that plus 5 seconds do well. But either way, I think both of these are pretty good. Increasing that biosynthesis duration could be very positive with that run speed buff too, though I've always picked the cooldown reduction while my beam is active. Moving on to number 9. I don't feel like either of these talents are very strong, but I tend to pick Spore Storm, that 50% area effect. When you lay down the cloud of poison, when you lay down the cloud of snares, having a larger radius can just be as effective because that's just that much longer that they have to run through it before they can get to you. For the final talent choice, I feel like this is kind of another toss-up. I like the damage per second increase on here, and the reason I like the damage because I don't feel like adding 200 health is very much. That's still very little in terms of the damage output that people are going to be doing around level 10. So it starts with about 200 health. It now has 400 health, 428 health, and that's one ability in some melee. Any sniper shots. I think you're better just laying down the hat somewhere where they can't shoot it at all. The ultimate, or the mutation here at level 10, We Are Many, reduces the cooldown of fungus among us at the cost of reducing the mushroom's health, 50% cooldown time, minus 214 mushroom health. So that might not be a bad deal. I don't think I ever used that mutation. I always went for the damage. But the cooldown reduction, I think it's a minute cooldown, so that brings it down to 30 seconds, allowing you to throw that hat out far more often. The only issue I have with the hat is that once you throw it down, it's very stationary. If you can place it in some good areas, you can actually end up having back-to-back hats. So before that one has been dismissed, you could lay down another one. The hat can significantly help push waves by healing, just the simple healing abilities on it on the enemies. It's very powerful to lay that down. So reducing its cooldown can be very powerful. I've always liked the damage though.
Alright. So we're starting this match. It's going to be Wrath, Kelvin, Montana, Thorn, Miko versus Amber, Oscar, Mike, Phoebe, Montana, and Marquise. Looks like they have an Amber support, which is going to be very powerful. We're going to start this off with gaining myself movement speed. The best thing about Miko is his ability to run away when things get rough. and he can certainly sprint. It helps out a lot if you take some things to increase your movement speed and sprint speed. I highly suggest some kind of energy training, something with an increase in sprint speed. There is a legendary that I do not have yet that increases that, but there's also shoes that increase your movement speed, and that's going to be powerful for us as well. The movement cost is not ideal, but it will not matter on this map. We won't be building anything. It looks like I'm going to support Kelvin this time around. He is a tank and we will not be able to kill very well. That is okay. Alright, so we definitely snared them and put them into a bad situation right off the bat. We're going to go ahead and throw some poison kunai at the Umbra there and then heal him up as she tries to run away. Don't worry, Kelvin, you're not going to go down. If anything, you're just going to slow her down. We're going to go ahead and trap her in the corner here until she goes down. She's not going anywhere. We will take Amber out by sheer force of will. We're going to retake this objective together. I'm definitely not going to leave his side at this point. As for our second talent, we're going to extend the biosynthesis to heal nearby allies, boosting the amount of healing we can give to others by quite a bit. So I'm going to start that up and start healing him almost immediately. He's definitely on the run. If he can get off that stun. Oh, he's right there. So we're definitely going to hit him with almost every single shot on that. And we are going to take that kill. We're going to go ahead and heal up our friend here. That kill was excellent. I'm very proud of him. They are taking our C yet again. We're going to go and contest. Kelvin's going to go in deep for that. We're going to tell him that we're on your back here. We're supporting you right now. Kelvin's going to go ahead and take C. I have faith of him. We're going to follow Montana here. He's just going to collect shards for a minute while Kelvin retakes C. We're just going to go to B, which has already been taken. We really needed to go to a different spot, Montana. Ambra's coming back. Turn back around. Turn back around, buddy. He doesn't even know. We're just going to retake that B from Umbra. Then go ahead and support our buddy here. I won't be able to give him all the support necessary, but we will be able to boost him down quite a bit. Yup, you are being surrounded. I'm the only reason you're still alive. I've now fallen off and I'm unable to assist you. My fault, my friend Montana. I'm coming back as fast as I can, bro. True, bro, if anything else. Alright, so we've got... This guy's chasing Umbra. We're going to support him. Looks like we're taking some bullets from the back. We're not going to give up on Umbra.
Collector B lost. Collector A secured.
We're gonna get this kill by ourselves there. That's pretty unbelievable. Reducing the cooldown of all of our things is definitely gonna be useful. I need that biosynth to stay alive. I'm slowly taking this myself. My good friend Kelvin is here. We're gonna support him as well as I can immediately. Give him the health that he needs to keep pushing without worry. Hitting level 4. We're gonna go support our next nearest ally. I could not make it there fast enough. So this is one of my most feared enemies here.
We must not die. This is our last body.
I'm gonna throw down a stun spore on him. It's not able to stun anybody yet. He's taking a lot of damage, and he's going to continue to take a lot of damage. I will not be able to save him from all the damage that he has currently taken, but I will be able to outrun these guys. It does not look like they're following me.
Heads up, lunatic robot!
Collector C lost.
Alright, looks like Thorn could use a hand here. We're going to lay down that and then give her the support that she needs to push forward. We're going to get easily out of his thing and start taking the point myself. I am not happy with this Thorn right now. She is not doing the damage that she needs to be doing. Thank you, buddy. I definitely secured that win for us by just being here. I need my own healing as much as possible, though. We've got C and B. We need A. I need support. There's a low health Umbra. That sniper is taking me out. He's definitely punishing me. And there is one of our good friends. Oh, and he has finally secured that kill on me. Oh, no, it was hers. Her ultimate. I should have moved out of that. Now I realize what my problem was. I don't think I want to take the boots right now, but I will. On to the talent. So, 2-second stun duration. I definitely think I want to take that. With the way that the battles have been going, a extra stun for nailing somebody with a spore, I think is going to be worth more. We're trying to rush over here to support our Thorn. I don't think we're going to make it in time. We may be able to land a stun store on him. I am trying to help you out, Thorn girl. Thorny girl. Thorny girl, you're moving very fast for me. I have saved your life. We have pushed him back. Good job. I expect nothing less. We finally got our ultimate. I don't want to leave Thorn, but I'm going to for the moment while I look and increase, give myself a lifesteal on my kunai. So Kelvin's going to go ahead and buy that. That's cool. We're going to try to go help Thorns again. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to her this time. I've got the beam out and ready to go. She is jumping like a crazy fool, landing those shots and everything. She's doing a fantastic job now that I see her in action. She's amazing me right now. I'm surprised she lived long enough for me to make it there. Her sheer ability to avoid bullets.
Collector C lost.
They are taking our bases right now. We definitely need to go down there and do something about this. So we're going to go ahead and drop our ultimate too. They are doing a lot of damage to you, buddy. We were not able to give him the support that he needed to live. Our mushroom is almost taken out completely. We're going to throw that stun spore down. Thorn is going to take them out. Punish her for even thinking about this as a good option here. I'm going to try to support him. Oh, he's doing some damage to us. We're going to pop the biosynth. We're going to turn around and start healing Thorn. We definitely need that support on her.
Collector A secured.
I'm being shot at for sure. Sounds like he's using his pistol though, which is disheartening when you know just how weak that pistol is. He needs to be using that sniper weak. Secure that kill. Thorn, you're my baby girl now.
We offer this.
Oh, let's hope I can make it to Kelvin in time. We're going to give him the support that he needs, I hope. I don't think we're going to be able to save his life. Wow, but man, we are going to try. We're going to throw this down. He is in the middle of a lot of heavy fire. We're going to try to support him now, too. Anything we can do to stop our people from dying at this point is all I want. Oh, my goodness. I am surprised that as many of you survived as that did. He has got a ton of health to heal. We're going to go ahead and boost that healing again. Go ahead and select the left-hand talent.
Collector C lost.
Stop!
He just wants to get away. He doesn't want to be here anymore. We got people going crazy on everybody here.
Easy issues after that.
Alright, he's under some heavy assaults here. I won't be able to save everybody, but I will definitely provide some healing where I can.
Collector B secured.
Montana is just under such a heavy assault. I'm definitely under assault now, but it doesn't matter. We have scored the victory. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a victory. Alright, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed this Miko video and my select build for support and healing throughout the different kind of maps. If you liked the video, hit that like button. I really appreciate it. If you want to see more Battleborn guides, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as more are on the way. Thank you so much again. Without you guys, I wouldn't be making these videos. And thanks for watching.